That Adhyatmic, Adhibodhic, Adhidevik. Adhidevik means supernatural phenomena. Like recently we had that earthquake in Southeast Asia. Hundreds and thousands of people in an instant vanished. In Russia they had severe heat. The whole wheat crop is burning up. People are wearing masks in Moscow. They can't breathe properly. Then you have a volcano. You have an earthquake, tornadoes, typhoons. So the Bhagavad Gita, or Krishna points out that life is a constant struggle against the forces of material nature to exist. And even though you may be a great, a competent, capable person in this struggle, no one will survive. It's like if a man falls off a ship. I was a sailor and I know what that means. In the middle of the Atlantic, if you fall off the ship, you're gone. So if you can swim, well, you're a good swimmer. You can swim 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, a week, a month. How long can you swim? So we are struggling in the ocean of birth and death, trying to establish a permanent, secure, happy, harmonious environment. We may get wife and husband, have some children, we have house, we have car, we have good prestige, nice bank balance. But it is impossible to overcome the forces of material nature simply by maneuvering, by so-called science, economics, politics. So Vedic culture was concerned, and I wanted to address this at the beginning. We say East and West. We think in terms of Eastern philosophy and Western. But actually there's no East and West. This is not East and West. This is everywhere. People in the East are also old, diseased, and dying. They may have less of material amenities in terms of eating, sleeping, defending, mating. But they will all come to the same, undergo the same tribulations in one way or another. It's not that because a man is very wealthy, therefore his disease is not painful. No, it's painful. Or that he doesn't mind dying because, I had so much money, everything's okay. No, everyone, at all times, in all places, under all circumstances, wants to live. Even an ant, if I try to kill, it'll scramble away. Why? Because spiritually we are not subject to death. What is subject to death is this body which we have accepted and which we identify with thoroughly. If someone just pulls one of your hairs, you can, hey, what do you think you're doing? Right? Because we are so thoroughly absorbed in the identity of our material body that we can't tolerate an insult or a pinch or any kind of, affront. But when the body is dead, you can kick on it, the body, no reaction. Why is that? Because the person, the resident, who was present has gone. Like when they tow your car to the wrecking yard, you don't care. They take the headlights off, the door off. You don't care. Why? Because you are no longer in possession of the car. So I wanted to read shortly a verse which kind of addresses this, because Krishna. Well, anyway, I'll read the verse. Arjuna Uvacha. Uvacha means Arjuna said. Prakitim Purusham Chaiva Chetram Chetravya Evacha Veda Vedityam Ichami Jnanam Gyayam Chakeshava. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. That means, Bhagavan means Krishna. Said, He's answering. Idam sariram kontyam chetram iti avidiyate etadyo veti tattva prahu chetragna iti tad vidat. So, translation I will give. Oh, Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature. Prakriti means nature. We say Mother Nature, that nature. Purusha. Purusha means who is enjoying this nature. And the field and the knower of the field. Chetra means field. Field, when Krishna is saying field here, he means this body. This body is the field on which we work. Like a farmer has a field, he's growing pumpkins or strawberries. He's not the field, but he works on the field, he produces some fruit. And I wish to know of knowledge and the end of knowledge. Jnanam and Gyayam. Jnanam means knowledge, and Gyayam means the object of knowledge. The Blessed Lord then said, this body, O son of Kunti, is called the field. And one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. It is the most essential junction, or of knowledge and ignorance. A person must know that there is a difference between me, I, the living force, and the body. Just like the driver knows, I am not the car. I am the operator. Or a person rents an apartment. He knows, I'm not the apartment. I am the occupier of the apartment. Not only that, one step further, that this apartment belongs to the landlord. Although I've paid the rent, and I'm enjoying myself in this apartment, but when the landlord so decides, I may be evicted. So this is, according to the Vedic conception, philosophy, and culture, this is where knowledge begins. When a human being focuses his intelligence, his mind, his intelligence, and his energy, to distinguish inert matter from living force. First within himself, and then within everything in his environment, and then also he sees that there is a supreme living force, of which I am a natural, eternal part. It's like my finger, this little finger, part of my body. Although it's insignificant, if someone cuts it or breaks it, I spend a lot of money to fix it. Even though it's very, what's that? You got 10 fingers. You can spare one. No, one finger. Or like I said, one hair. Somebody pulls your hair. You think, when we were little kids, we used to pull the girl's hair. So again, coming back to yoga, there are many yogas. There's Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Astanga Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Buddha Yoga. Just like you're studying Lord Buddha. Well, Buddha means the intelligent or enlightened one. Buddhi Yoga means the yoga of intelligence. It is also in the Bhagavad Gita. In fact, Buddha's teachings, all teachings that may come or are present in the world, will be found in the Bhagavad Gita, encapsulated very briefly. Whether it's Buddhism or it's Shankara's or Jesus or Chaitanya, Mohammed, it's all there. But the Bhagavad Gita is unique in as much as it is very, very, precise and elaborate. It can be thought of as a pocket dictionary and the big Webster's or Oxford International. So they are both valid, but one gives very, very elaborate perspective on the principles or the Siddhanta. In Sanskrit, everything must be Siddhanta, like 2 + 2 is equal to 4. That's Siddhanta. You can't say, well, we're in New York, we say 5. No.